They're sort of like edible doilies with a frilly lace-inspired edge and a cut-out heart center that lets you see what's waiting inside. Mandy Merriman with Baking with Blondie is teaching us how to make her Linzer cookies. These are as adorable as you are. Great to have you, friend, back in the kitchen.
Brooke.
They're little, too.
They're so tiny. They're just little perfect bite size, almost just like a tea crumpet. Just so dainty. And I love what you said about doilies. They totally look like a doily.
Right?
And
And
so
the Linzer cookie has quite a history.
It does. They're actually from Austria, and they're made from Linzer torts, but these are more bite-sized versions of that. So they have an almond component and also have the jelly component. So here we're using almond extract instead of almond flour or almonds themselves, and we're just making them into a little bite-sized, cute.
Okay, they are the cutest. We're gonna say cute about 50,000 times
a million more.
in the next 5 minutes, but start us off with the dough. What
Yes.
goes into the dough?
Okay, so the dough is so simple, and you start with just basic ingredients. So we have our butter and sugar, and you're gonna cream them together. And I don't think people usually cream together those ingredients long enough. I think that usually they do it for maybe 30 seconds until they're combined. Make sure it goes for at least a minute and a half. You get a gorgeous cookie crumb if you do it that way, and the rest of the ingredients blend in much better that way.
So that will affect the consistency of your cookie
Absolutely,
in the end. Okay.
totally does.
Okay.
And so what we'll do is we'll make sure cream those together, add in salt, eggs, and then I have some vanilla extract and then also some almond extract. Go really easy on the almond because it's a really strong flavor.
It takes over.
It really does. It's very overpowering. I'm all for it, so I will like looking at it. And then also add in some flour. Mix it all together, so very, very simple ingredients, not too crazy. You're going to, what I'd like to do is actually use this method where you don't have to use any flour. You actually just use 2 sheets of parchment paper. And so what I'll do is I'll spread it out on the parchment paper, I'll stick another one on top, and then I'll roll it out. This is my fondant roller. I don't have like a, it's for cake, but that's okay.
It works.
And so I'll roll it out and I'll stick it in the fridge just like this.
Okay.
That way when I'm ready to cut, I just peel it off and it's ready for me to do my little cookie cutters.
Saves the flour mess on the kitchen counter.
Yes, and that way you're not adding in too much flour too. I feel like sometimes too much flour is incorporated and it makes for a crumbly cookie. These stay nice and moist and you're not adding in any extra ingredients that way.
But you want the dough cold.
Want it nice and chilled, and then also I have these cute little cutters here. I just got these off of Amazon. They come with other little cutties inside, but what I like is the heart one for Valentine's Day.
The heart is part of the, it's one thing?
Yes, so it's all included, and it makes kind of a little peekaboo element so that when you bake your cookies, you'll be able to see what's on the inside, which
I would
is
have thought
jelly.
that would be like multiple
separate
steps.
one.
Yeah, way to go.
If you don't have this one in the middle, you can totally just use the bottom end of a cup and then just use a little cutter in the middle too.
Cute.
So that's a good tip. So what we do is half of them are gonna be this side, and then half of them are gonna be the others. So what I'll do is you just go through, make sure though that you're counting how many tops and how many bottoms you have.
Gotta have matchers.
I know, right? So with these ones, what's kind of fun is that the little heart gets stuck in the middle, and so you just have to carefully pull it out. And
these
then
are
make sure you
delicate
pop it.
little
They're
creatures.
really delicate little guys. So you're gonna make sure you have an even amount of each of them. And then to keep their shape, see how well these kept their shape?
They're perfect.
Almost like the exact thing as we have here for our cutter.
Yeah, how did you do that?
So what I did for that is after I cut them all out and put them on my pan, I put this in the freezer for 3 minutes.
Okay.
Just the freezer. And when it comes out, I make sure they're nice and cold, stick it right into the
so it's like
the
a
oven.
flash freeze.
Yes.
To preserve those edges and that detail.
And it's really nice because when you have that delicate cookie right here, you want to see those little ruffles, the little doily pattern as
It's the intricate detail that makes them so captivating.
It really is.
Straight from the 3-minute flash freeze to the oven.
Absolutely, right into the oven. And that way you get these cute little cookies.
Oh my gosh.
Aren't they so fun?
You know what I want to do?
Yes.
Did you have an American Girl doll growing up?
I did Kirsten.
Okay, I was Samantha. We should dig out our dolls, you and me. We should sit down. Doesn't this beg it? Like, I'm just thinking of the little tea parties I used to have.
The girl inside of me is like screaming with
Right?
happiness.
The little mini Linzer cookies at your American Girl tea party. Kirsten and Samantha say yes.
Oh my goodness, I need to dig up my dolls. I think they're so cute. Yes, okay, it's on the list now.
All right,
list.
what do we fill these with?
Okay, so what we fill them with is, there's 2 things. So what we're gonna do is make sure they're kind of they're still kind of separated here. You're gonna fill them with jelly.
Okay.
And so we'll fill the bottoms with jelly and then the tops. Don't let me put the top on yet because we have an extra step there.
Don't get excited.
So fill it with your favorite jelly. I noticed that a little goes a long way. You just want enough on there so that you can see the little peekaboo heart.
You said you could also do Nutella.
Oh my goodness, yes, you could do Nutella.
chocolate.
That's kind of steering away from the traditional Linzer torte, but I think it's also fun to just do your own thing. And so it would be fun to even do like a lemon curd in the middle.
Oh my goodness.
Or maybe an orange marmalade would be really lovely, I think. Or even cookie butter. I'm a sucker for cookie butter.
Cookie butter.
So what we have is we're gonna make sure to spread on just a little bit. And I think the traditional one was made with blackberry jelly.
Oh.
But I mean, any jelly that you have is fine.
Okay, and then we sandwich.
So we're gonna sandwich them after we do one more fun step, which is my favorite.
Okay, what's that?
So the last step is, I'm gonna put you to work here.
I'm here.
Grab these.
I'm your helper.
Thanks.
Proud to be.
So I have my little fine mesh sieve here, and what I'm gonna do is just add in a little bit of powdered sugar into it, right in the top, and then just give it a little tap, and it looks like snow as it falls down on the top part of these cookies.
Just a light dusting.
Just a little dusting.
Why do you do that before you sandwich?
I do it before because after you sandwich, if you do this, then the white dust gets inside the heart shape.
Come on, Brooke, think this through.
Brooke, you are just fine. I actually did it
Think this through.
The first time I made these cookies, I totally did that. So I learned, and then the next time. So we're gonna sandwich them on.
People ask if it's hard to do what I do, and no, I just get to ask the dumb questions all day.
Why didn't I think of that?
Okay.
I make all the wrong mistakes, so that I know how to teach everyone the right way to do it. And so anyway, so now you can see that the little heart is showing through.
These are the cutest.
They're just cute little dainty friends, and these actually keep really well for a while. So they don't get too soft from the jelly on the inside, surprisingly enough, because this is a sugar cookie instead of a sourdough. Yeah. And they are just so delicate and fun. Isn't that great?
They're adorable. Have we said adorable and cute enough? But I do think that, why we love sugar cookies this time of year is because there's steps involved. We can decorate. It's a project. It's an activity.
Absolutely.
This offers that same engagement for kids or grandkids to line up the edges, to dust the powdered sugar, to fill the jelly. Such a fun activity to do with your kids or with your grandkids. I love it.
I totally agree. They'd have lots of fun with especially the powdered sugar snow and spreading on the little elements and even cutting out these little guys right here.
And now you can tell them why we do the powdered sugar separate from filling the cookies.
Go for it.
We should say too, this is part of a cookie series that you're doing.
It sure is. Thank you for mentioning that, Brooke. So right now on my website, I'm doing 10 cookies of Valentine's Day. And so from between now and Valentine's Day, there's going to be 10 different kinds of cookies with 10 different techniques just to get you in the kitchen and make something fun for you or your loved one or even your kiddos, and just kind of spread the love around with cookies.
Deviating from cakes.
Absolutely.
I mean,
I know, from cakes. What is going on?
She's versatile. So Baking with Blondie.
Yes, bakingwithblondie.com and on Instagram and everywhere else.
Thanks for inspiring us, Mandy. These are darling. We'll link you over to her cookie series, to her website, so you can see the cookie series and specifically grab this recipe for the darling, cute Linzer cookies.
Thank you.
All right, nice job. Thank you.